Can't believe it. In a little bit, we'll be heading off to BronyCon.
Oh no.
Now, first time we're going to BronyCon.
Last time for everyone.
Last time for everyone.
Unless.
What, is it like a Minecraft bed?
Oh no. I like that.
No.
Unless.
Unless. Yeah, this'll be interesting. Flying across the country to go to BronyCon for the first time ever and the last time ever. It's gonna be a fun trip. Hopefully it'll be a fun trip.
Well, the trip itself probably kind of.
Well, yeah, it's a 6-hour non-stop flight.
It's fine.
My legs are not going to like it. Hopefully the rest of it will go well. Hopefully it'll be quite enjoyable. Hopefully jerks won't ruin it. But yes, we're not here to talk about quite that, but it is kind of close. We're going to talk about some other pony stuff. So let's hit that intro music and let's get started. Yes, welcome to Pony 411. This is episode 269.
Nice.
Yes, for the week of July 28th, 2019, I am Alca7raz, and joining me, as usual, is Nemesis.
Hey.
Yes. So, like I said earlier, we've only got, a couple days until we jump on a plane, head to BronyCon. That'll be fun, but, before then, we still have another episode to get through. We got another episode we got to get through. We got some news. Yeah,
news.
Some normal amount of news, if I can speak today. Cat's got my tongue. We do got a couple little things we're going to talk about, including a comic. We got a Equestria Girls special. And an Equestria Girls short to talk about.
Shorts.
Yes. Shorts. Yes, we have shorts to talk about the special. We got a little bit of fan content at the end, so let's jump into the news. If you'd like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's spelled LIBSYN. So go there, click the link for this episode. Let's get into this. In convention news, BronyCon has finally released their event schedule and marketplace map.
Yeah, it took them kind of a while to get that stuff out.
Yes, and the actual convention map is not available either, except like on site. They said there will be an app, but it's not available to the general online public, which is odd. I don't know what the heck is going on there. I don't know if it's just technical issues or weird decisions. I have no idea. But other people have made better schedule lists. Yeah, like Viva Reverie made an actual spreadsheet of it, which is a lot easier to work with. But anyway, the info is out there. BabsCon has announced their charity for 2020. The Game Academy and Rainbow Community Center will be their charities for 2020. And TrotCon has announced their dates and theme for 2020 as well.
Yep.
Back at the same location, July 17th through 19th. And it's gonna be clowns.
No, it's a carnival theme.
It's carnival, so clowns. Yes, Carnivale.
Yep, that is the theme.
Finally, interesting.
They really reveal who they truly are.
A bunch of clowns.
Hi, Kevin.
Anyway, go to TrotCon. Moving on to merchandise news. Gameloft has added new content to their pony game based on Fake It Till You Make It, as well as the Reflections comic arc. Remember, that's the one through the mirror where we have, like, Evil Celestia and Luna and a good Sombra and other, like, yeah. It's a mirror world.
And a disappointing ending.
Yes. But they've added that content into the game.
Including disappointing ending, probably.
Maybe. I mean, it is kind of a freemium game. I think it's just disappointing all around.
Oh.
The Pocket Ponies game has finally received a content update. Yes, the Everfree Forest is now open, which somehow has the Crusaders Clubhouse in it. Did not know that was in the Could have sworn that was in the orchard, not the Everfree.
Oh.
Whatever, it's there. Have some more content. Yeah, they also added 2 new categories of ponies to collect too. So you have like retro ones and pets.
Or like me, and you still can't play it.
Because it's still
broken. They claim they fix it, but apparently now you have to do a weird, crazy workaround.
Oh. I still can't continue because I still don't have the required ponies because it just won't give them to me. Build-A-Bear Twilight is coming back. So if you want another one or you missed the first runs, you can get them again.
I think possibly at this point came back.
Yeah, came back. So yes, Build-A-Bear has them again. Series 5 of the Cutie Mark Crew toys has been revealed as well as a special collector's guide, so you can check mark which ones you've got if you are collecting them. Kotobukiya has revealed the prototype rarity figure, and pre-orders for Fluttershy are live.
Yeah, Fluttershy is supposed to come out in December.
Yep, so pre-orders are up, so get on that if you have not already. And take a look at the prototype for the rarity that will be coming up next.
But Dash is going to be the last one.
I know. So much weight. So annoying. Now I'm going to have to pre-order.
Line canceled.
Oh my.
They get 5 out of 6 and they cancel the line because of low sales.
You will hear my rage from across the world.
They'll just join in everyone else's rage.
The rage heard round the world. There will be pitchforks, there will be torches.
All by yourself, huh?
Darn straight. Comic news. Feats of Friendship #1 has a preview up on iTunes.
The first of the new line.
Yep.
About the students.
Yep. Who knows? They could be good. I mean, the ones that are about the main 6 have been hit or miss. So, these could still be good. I hold off judgment until I read them. We also have synopses for some upcoming comics, including Friendship is Magic #83. Synopsis is: Twilight Sparkle receives a mysterious message about a missing turtle. Only it's not just any turtle, it's the most famed of racing turtles, Silver Blaze. With Friendship on the line, it's up to Twilight and Spike, armed with Deerstalker caps and capes, to solve the mystery before it's too late. Elementary, my dear fillies. So it's a Sherlock Holmes kind of a thing. We also have a synopsis for Feats of Friendship #3. The Feats of Friendship comes to a close, but with the young 6 fighting and Swiftfoot egging them on, things don't look good for their completing the 4th and final event, defeating a Hydra. Can friendship save the day, or will jealousy be the endgame? Oh no. And in Equestria Girls news, which is the one that's making the rounds as we speak, there will be no more Equestria Girls specials. They are done. There will be some more shorts. They still have more of those on the way, but the specials are over. Cancelled from the way it looks like, because Nick Confloni says there had been plans for another, what was it, premiere or finale? Finale, season 2 finale, and plans for season 3. And those are done. They're not happening. A lot of people are saying that it's up to Boulder, and Boulder's going to pick it up. It's like, well, technically they can pick up more Equestria Girls, but it's just as likely that Boulder's going to do Equestria Girls as much as Boulder's going to do any other Hasbro franchise. They have it, but there's no plans to do so as far as I know.
I remember the leak way back when said Equestria Girls to 2020. It's likely for whatever reason they decided they can. It's possible that Equestria Girls merchandise sales are failing. So
flailing still works.
Yeah, it just might as well just at this point they're probably just killing the whole thing. It's like, okay, it's not worth spending money on getting more toys out for 2020. Because I remember one of the things, the last wave of minis even just didn't appear in stores, period, in the US.
Oh yeah, those are like the non-posable minis? No, those are different. Those ones did appear.
The previous versions, the amusement park ones, they just didn't show up.
Interesting.
They, I think a handful of people got their hands on them, and I think Southeast Asia, country over there got them, and then no one else. So whatever reason they didn't ship. Or it's possible we're going to see them suddenly show up at places like Ross or TJ Maxx or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens usually with this sort of thing. I don't know what the heck happened, but yeah, something like that. And then the new ones are just kind of languishing on store shelves. So it's possible that they decided to, cut their losses and kill the thing early.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It does kind of suck to have a show, even one that isn't quite as received as others, get canceled when they have plans to continue. But it's not horribly unsurprising, but it's still a little sad.
Yeah.
Moving on, last little bit of news. Another My Little Pony retro show episode is up on YouTube, and this one's like a behind the music kind of a parody.
Yeah, it's literally called, Behind the Magic.
Yeah, Behind the Magic. I've watched a few of those behind the music documentary things. They're interesting. But yeah, that's what this was playing up.
This came out last week, and there's nothing, oddly enough, nothing came out on this recent Friday.
Yeah. So I don't know about that. Anyway, M.A. Larson has done an AMA on Reddit. I still haven't actually read through any of those.
I read through a little bit of it. It's just a couple of interesting bits in there. Nothing hugely, not any real big reveals or anything, other than he was asked to come back for the Spike Gets His Wings episode, but he couldn't. Scheduling made it so it didn't work out.
Aw.
Or something like that. He just said it didn't work out because they did ask him.
We want to give another character wings, and you're the best person to do it.
And then some of the answers are kind of jokey, like, if you could put wings on every single character, would you do it? And he said, no, I would take all the wings away, especially Rainbow Dash.
Oh.
Yeah, and you just talk about some of the stuff, like how it was, back when he was working on it, and why he just feels like he wasn't very particularly good at the story editor role, and he didn't really like it, and that's why he only did it for half a season. Stuff like that. And just
prefer being a writer instead of an editor.
And just, so it's just fun little stuff. So go ahead and probably should go ahead and read through it if you want, if you're interested, if you haven't already.
Yeah. The September highlights for Discovery Family have been posted. So we have official synopses for some more of the episodes that are coming out that month. Included in those, we have Dragon Dropped. Rarity worries she's done something to upset Spike when he stops making time for her. Are they going to bring Sparity stuff back into this and make it all confusing and weird?
No
or
comment.
Are they going to finally kill it?
No comment. No comment.
Right, because you know the leaks. I've been avoiding them, so I don't know. A Horseshoe Inn. Starlight decides to hire a vice headmare in preparation to take over the School of Friendship from Twilight, but she soon realizes that hiring the right pony for the job is going to be a lot harder than she thought. Alright then. Seems straightforward. Daring Doubt. When another author releases his own version of the events in AK Yearling's Daring Do books, Rainbow Dash is furious, while Fluttershy is curious to know the truth. They've always titled the Daring Do episodes the same way.
Oh, yeah. Can't keep with that
Daring
tradition.
Done, Daring Don't, Daring Doubt. Growing up is hard to do. When the Cutie Mark Crusaders are magically transformed into grown-ups, they discover that growing up the right way means gaining experience and wisdom that simply can't be rushed. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're going to see them as adults.
Oh no. Fandom's going to have... Well, Fandom already does stuff like that anyway. 13 going on 30. And a promo for the mid-season premiere of Season 9 has popped up. So, if you're interested, check that out. Be wary of potential spoilers if you're worried about that. So yes, that is the news. On to our discussions. We do have a comic to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, take it away.
Okay, bye. Yeah, so Friendship is Magic number 80. This one just came out. It's written by Sam Maggs with art by Kate Sharon and colors by Heather Breckel. And basically, it's the main six LARPing. That's it.
Yep.
I can't help but say that this was very much a disappointment of an issue. Overall, it feels like they didn't really live up to the concept of what they were doing too well. Just everything about it doesn't take it to its full potential. It's not a particularly interesting issue, which is when it should be an interesting issue. It should be a lot of fun. It's just not particularly great. It's fine, I guess. Just very threadbare and boring almost. It just doesn't do a whole lot with its thing. And a lot of it also, there's some weird stuff here and there, like some of the art. I'm not sure about some of this artwork. I'm looking at some of it, it's like a little off at times. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I wasn't super thrilled about this one either. I really like the cover of the one I got. I got the cover B, Sarah Richards, and it looks really good. But I think the cover was the best part of the issue.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's super predictable what direction it's going in.
Yeah, it is super predictable. I mean, it's not bad, but I would say if you don't get this one, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, you're really not. It sounds more exciting than it really is.
Yeah.
When you look at the summary.
Yeah, it's I
would actually recommend skipping it.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have no problem spending the money to buy it and you want to complete them, but
unless you're completionist, just skip it.
You're not missing anything if you skip it.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's one of the few that I've actually said that on. I don't say that very often. So, moving on from the comic, we do have some Equestria Girls shorts that we're going to talk about first.
Two of them.
Two of the Choose Your Own endings popped up.
Over the last couple of weeks, makes sense.
Yep. So the first one was Accountability Buddies, in which Applejack gets her foot stepped on.
Multiple times.
And
that's why it breaks, because of the multiple times thing.
Yeah.
So then now what?
Yeah, so she picks what friend is going to stay with her and help out. And it's between... trying to do this off of memory without looking again. You have Rainbow Dash, Pinky, and then Snips. Or is it Snail? Snips. Yeah, and Snips. Because Snips happens to be walking by at the moment.
Yep.
So yes. With Rainbow Dash, apparently she whips up a balm.
Yep.
Oh, right. We should probably mention that Applejack was wanting to see one of her favorite music artists.
Yeah.
You should probably mention that. And that's why she got her foot stamped on, because he was in the crowd. And people were jumping. So in Rainbow Dash 1, Rainbow Dash whips up a balm salve thing, a healing balm. And apparently the artist smells it and goes, I know that smell, and gets it for his... and borrows it for his throat. And Applejack basically just fangirls all over the place.
Ew.
I know. With Pinky puts Applejack in a wheelbarrow, takes him up on top of the hill, and then pushes the singer out so Applejack can see him.
Yeah.
And then gets dive tackled off the stage. And then with Snips, apparently Snips is going through things with snails, and it's a misunderstanding, and it's just kind of okay.
Yep, it's just he Applejack's trying to be friends with him, and he's just too busy being upset about snails.
Yep. So those are a thing. It was kind of funny. And World Less Scheduled, in which Twilight has everything planned out and then loses her plans.
Because of... their phone got messed up because of... what was it? Something slobbered on it.
I can't remember. But yes, her phone got messed up, so she lost all of her...
No, that's what it was. It was bulk biceps sweat.
Oh, right. It got stuck... Ew.
Yeah.
So yeah, her phone got messed up from that, so she lost her schedule. So she said, I'll just hang out with someone else. So you had to pick who to hang out with, and it was... I'm trying to remember who the first option was.
There was Microchips.
That was the third option.
Fluttershy and Celestia.
Fluttershy was the first... Well, Celestia was the first one, I think. Yeah.
But they mislabeled it on the app.
Yep. They've been mislabeling a whole bunch of things on the app. I don't know why. I've been seeing those little stuff there. Yeah, they got them swapped. So, first one was Celestia. Found Celestia and decided to hang out with them. It turns out Celestia and some of the teachers have been going to this concert for a while and knew all the secret things that are going on. This secret falafel stand and whatnot. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Never meet your teachers outside of school. It's weird.
Yeah, it can be weird.
It can be weird. The other one was picking to stick with Fluttershy, who turns out to be really into heavy metal and death metal, and
yeah, he
comes out wearing goth stuff, all black and chains and skulls, and which apparently there was a comparison. It is the same outfit that the hologram Fluttershy wore in
Roller Coaster of Friendship.
Yeah, Roller Coaster of Friendship. It was the same outfit.
Huh? How about that?
Gothic Shy. And the third option was hang out with Microchips, and she starts fangirling about the artist that they're going to go see, and turns out that Microchips is actually the artist, and Violet was wrong about the details.
Yeah, including many things.
Yes.
Many things.
Many things.
And she would not let him say anything otherwise, but...
oh
well.
So that was interesting.
Of those three, I think that's Fluttershy one just the best just because out of the sheer shock value of it.
Yep. Someone's going to make the skull staff.
Yeah.
I hope someone makes it. It's lasers and everything. So yes, those are a thing, and they're pretty good. I guess we can move on to the main discussion. The special itself. What all of these shorts have been leading up to.
And looks like the final special.
Yes, the final special. Like we mentioned, there will be no other ones after this, just more shorts. So yes, the special itself. Sunset's Backstage Pass. So, attempted quick synopsis. The Humane 7 are going to the festival concert thing that has been let up.
Festival.
Yeah, Star Swirl Festival. And Pinkie and Sunset are particularly excited because they're going to go see one of their favorite music groups who is attending, Post Crush. So, they get up, they go through the lines, and Sunset and Pinkie are going to go see it, and Sunset just wants to go straight to the concert area and line up and wait so they get front row seats, or front row areas. But Pinkie continuously gets distracted and ends up crashing a cart and getting both them kicked out. And then Sunset wakes up the next morning and it's a repeat. The same day, over again. And this continues for like 3 weeks as she attempts to try and figure out, one, how to deal with this, how to go see the concert, and then why the looping is happening and how to make it stop. And then the Dazzlings show up, and they think it's the Dazzlings, and it's not the Dazzlings, and then it turns out it's Post Crush that's actually causing the looping. They get a friendship lesson and break stuff, and everyone lives happily ever after.
Yeah.
So this is actually pretty fun. It's like the description says, it's a Groundhog Day kind of a thing. That's literally in the synopsis for the special. This is
we know everyone knows it's Groundhog Day.
It's Groundhog Day. But it was a lot of fun seeing all of that and how they played it up. One of my detracting points, I just kind of sitting in the forefront of my head. The Dazzlings showed up and were like gone. A little bit. Then they're there and then they're gone.
That when I was worried because in the book they're apparently a footnote almost.
And yeah, they're basically a footnote too. There was a bit of discussion. We get to kind of see how they're dealing with things.
Yeah, it's very vague and it's mostly a cameo if anything, and red herring.
Yeah, I would say red herring is more apt. It's like they kind of was hyped up and then they really want that big
reveal.
It's like they're there
solely because, okay, fine, we know you want to see him there. You happy?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. So I'm a bit bummed.
Yeah.
I was hoping the Dazzlings were the main point, so we could get more of them, but no, we didn't get that.
No, it's just
it was just a cameo.
It's a weird thing because I remember the release of the Magic video would kind of imply that they kind of really actually have turned over a new leaf versus this is like, no, they kind of not really, but sort of have.
Sort of.
They're not being actively evil. They're just kind of existing right now.
Yeah, they're living their life and figuring out how to do it,
but they're not actively. They know better than to try to act up again.
Yeah. Other than that, this special has so much shipping fuel.
Oh yeah.
What is that one? Pinkie set?
Sun Pie.
Sun Pie? Yeah, that one has so much fuel.
Lots of fuel.
So much shipping fuel here.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
They know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing.
Sunset gets shipped with everyone. Sunset gets all the mares.
Sunset gets all the mares. Yes.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun special overall. It's kind of weird because there's no that's a weird thing that the antagonists aren't really antagonists per se. It's kind of that's a weird, complicated thing in of itself. I want to get into that a little bit later. But my biggest single complaint, it's a weird thing. It's actually kind of a general complaint about Pinkie right now as a character, in that it's again the kind of we got to drop everything and make Pinkie happy type stuff. Regardless of how much of a but she's being.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, that it seems to be irrelevant. It's again another one is like, it doesn't matter how much she's ruining things or upsetting people or anything. It doesn't matter. Her happiness is it takes priority over everything else. And it's just kind of frustrating, I guess, to see that just that Pinky as a character has devolved into just an annoying butthead. And I'm saying that because I have a different word I want to use, but yeah, we don't curse on this podcast. At least try not to too much.
This is a Christian podcast.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. She's become kind of an annoying caricature of herself over the years, and it's to the point of like we are now at the point where it's she's actively ruining things, and we're supposed to be like, no, we'll feel sad for her because she's upset because Sunset's ignoring her or whatever. And it feels weird, like we're supposed to just let Pinky be annoying and, well, actively destructive and disruptive about a bunch of stuff, and just we're supposed to just let it slide because it's Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, I do see that, and it does get annoying.
Yeah, we see Sunset takes a proactive step of, I'm just gonna get out, to stay out away from her for the entire day because she's clearly the source of everything going wrong. And then, hey, look, she's clearly supposed to be made to feel guilty because Pinky's kind of losing her grip on reality over this.
Yeah, again. Well, the way Sunset kind of left isn't the greatest because she did just like, nope, I'm gone, no explanation, no, and that would hurt anyone. But yeah,
because Pinky just can't resist the churros.
Can't resist the churros, and that's one of the repetitive plot points is the churros.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, churros are good.
Not if they're like crowbars.
Which does happen. You have to eat them when they're warm or they turn into crowbars.
Yeah. The other thing was like, it's one of those, it's a simple solution. Okay, Pinky, go eat your churros and meet me at the front. Done.
Yep. Which is...
It's a real simple solution to that particular problem, but nope, got to stick together because of some reason or another. But it's I think it's just kind of a weird thing. It just, again, it's just Pinky as a character is kind of devolved in both Equestria Girls and Friendship is Magic into this, which is just, it really feels like, again, they don't really know what to do with her anymore. So she's just kind of
the zany for the sake of zany.
And yeah, and then again, versus just supposed to enjoy it and not like, and all the characters are supposed to just tolerate it, and regardless of how disruptive it is. This was my biggest problem with Yakety Sax, or back in the, or yeah.
It's the one with the Yvidophone thing.
That one.
Yeah.
That one. That was my big problem with that one. It's the same sort of thing. Because this one isn't as extreme, but it's still there. And it's just frustrating.
It is. I can almost see like a better way of doing that, and more like it's hard to describe.
I think if they had more of an outside stuff going on to disrupted things, that would have been, Pinky would not have come across as a.
Well, I mean, just on how to handle situations like that.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about in general, like how they could have made it without, making Pinky come out looking bad.
Yeah, Pinky being the source of all the problems.
If they had mostly external problems being the problem thing, and maybe just Pinky, maybe there's mostly external stuff that was not Pinky being dumb. Or no, I wouldn't say dumb, just Pinky being zany, over the top and unfocused. The thing was, she was so easily distracted. It was like, it's like, I know there's people like that and the stuff, ADHD is a thing and whatnot, all that stuff, but it's just, there comes a point where it's like, the fact that we have to just cater to, that all the other characters have to cater to her every whim, just because otherwise it's the worst thing possible. It's kind of weird. I think it's like, this whole thing is like, it's okay to tell Pinky no sometimes. It should be a thing. Yeah, I guess one thing I would have liked to see, which I'm certain happened in the 3 weeks Sunset was looping. Yeah, 3 weeks. Is Sunset, starting the day off, hey, this is what's going on. Pinky, take note of this. No churros. This is what's going to happen. And we never saw her actually, I mean, it's implied that she did eventually explain things, but, later in the day or as things are happening. It's like, you should open up the day with that. Yeah. Hey, I'm stuck in a wake up in the morning. Twilight time loop. Yeah, Yeah, to a degree, but eventually it's also like you get this because they kind of glossed over it. Like they just did a real quick, just her. It is like, hey, yeah, a whole bunch of days have passed by. It's like it's made clear that she has
at least attempted to. I would have liked to at least seen that. At least once.
I don't think that's one of those things you really need to show us.
Well, just because what's happened seems to be like since it doesn't show that she has explained it until like later on that she's well into the looping that she started to do that. I would have liked to see up front that she has actually tried that sooner, because it gives a sort of implication, just like dealing with Pinky. It's like you could have probably helped the situation the first few days of looping that we did see that she's struggling with Pinky. If you started with an explanation, that would have probably helped immediately. But we never saw that, so we can assume. But I still would have liked to have at least seen that once, because it gives this sort of impression that she hasn't, at least at first.
I disagree at all completely on that,
because that's what was like.
I felt the context clues were good enough that it implies she has tried multiple times to explain things and it never ever works out, no matter what she does. It's one of those things, just like other things where it's like that, no matter how many times you explain it, the Stargate episode or whatever like this, no matter how many times you explain it, it never works, because you have to explain it over and over and over again every single time you try. It doesn't really change much.
Yeah, so you just give up and start golfing through a portal.
Yeah,
which was that Stargate episode, by the way.
You do that, you just give up and you just or just go along with it, because there is no real point anymore to trying, because every single time you've attempted to explain it or get your friends in on or whatever, it doesn't help in the slightest.
I guess it was a plot point that I would have liked to actually see, and that's I
feel that would have been a waste of time, just because it's implied as it is, and we don't need to see it spelled out for us. It's implied, particularly with the conversation with Twilight, where she just literally says what Twilight's saying at the same time, and it just shows she's done this a lot at this point. And with the artist and pushing the guy out of the way from Snips because of the snow cone and all that stuff. Just she's done this enough times that she knows that she's kind of gotten into this apathy mode of just write it out and see where we go from here. I'm stuck anyway. The apathy, which didn't get as dark as Groundhog Day did, where you got Bill Murray hurling himself off towers and stuff. By eventually,
yeah, I haven't actually seen all of Groundhog Day. I know enough about it.
Yeah, he does start soon crazy and he gets depressed and crazy, and so like at one point he just steals a car and just rams it into another car and stuff like that.
Just because, at that point you have like, well, everything's gonna reset, no consequences.
One of the things is implied he was trying to get it to end, so he tried to kill himself to get it to stop, because it's become hell.
Yep.
Sunset, we don't see it ever happen, but you could imagine at one point Sunset possibly thought of that as a solution.
Maybe some people that never really comes across.
Might not, but because they see that she's desperate. Like, maybe if I leave the camp.
Yeah.
Maybe if I just leave.
I think that was probably her at her most desperate. I think that was why we saw it, is her at her most desperate point.
Why don't you contact Princess Twilight? Why didn't I think of that?
Why didn't you think of that? Considering, there's always that particular end credit scene is questionable canonicity. What movie was that? Was that the third one?
Friendship Games, where Twilight.
Yeah, when Twilight pops back in, or the dealing with the. As you mentioned, dealing with the time.
Oh yeah,
loop.
that was. I never thought that was questionable to canon.
Some people do, but some people question the entire Equestria Girls canonicity. But yeah, it's like Twilight's been through time loops before. She would know. Yeah, there was that whole thing.
Probably just Sunset. Oh yeah, that's a thing I can talk about. No, this one was it was rather than a mad unicorn. It was
it was an artifact.
With an eye in it. And it turns out, it was because that's just Post Crush
kept wanting to get a perfect concert, and something went wrong every time.
And interesting,
kept resetting.
One of the nice little things was the first time we see the Post Crush concert with where Sunset went alone after ignoring Pinky. We see there's a little mistake in that. What's her face? Kalo, one of them. She's the one who plays guitar. She turns and accidentally hits the cymbal as she's turning with the guitar. there's a little thing like that, and then she throws the pick out, and Sunset catches it. Says, "Yeah, that's one of those whoops."
Yep. And that's one of the reasons they reset.
Mm-hmm. So that's lots of detail. There was a mistake there in the first one before we knew that they were the ones resetting everything. That's a nice little thing right there. Yeah, Kalo and Suzy, they're the post crush. They were Lily Boudon and Marie Devereaux. I'm hoping I pronounced the first one properly. I know I got the second one correct.
Yes, we've seen.
But they're clearly French names, so I'm just hoping I got that first one right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're the speaking voices, and their singing voices, Marie Hui and Ariel Tulio.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them.
Yeah.
I will butcher them.
Oh, yeah, and this was written by Whitney Rawls. Yeah, some of it's like, I think this is supposed to be the last special. I'm not 100% certain on that. Because, yeah, we thought 2020 was going to be their continuing, but it looks like, no, that's not actually going to be the case. At least as far as we know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I want to say I heard something, but I can't remember if I did or not.
Yeah.
My memory's not working well enough to make it.
What was I thinking of beyond that? Yeah, there's some interesting stuff. Like the stuff with security guard was interesting.
Oh, yes, the security guard who likes cats.
Security is an art.
Do security guards count as cops? They wear a badge, but a lot of them aren't actually
they have no
trained
real power.
law enforcement.
They're just run-of-the-mill jerks.
Yeah.
Then using the cat and stuff was a thing. And he's breaking down in tears. If you keep throwing people out, how can you let someone in to your heart?
Yep. And it always resonates with him.
Yep. And one of the last day they were thrown out, when they fixed everything, he threw them out, and then he let them back in because you're not crazy fans.
You're not crazy fans.
Yeah. Also, I did remember that Suzy was the art school dropout. She just I'm just going to draw a picture and hand it to him, and then tell them not to let you in.
Yep.
It's funny. The art style was the one they used back in the which one was that? That was the dance special. Dance Magic special. Way back when, the same art style when they're brainstorming ideas for the music video. It's just Sunset and Pinky looking all mean and grumpy in the picture. Just like that.
Great.
I want that Sunset as an avatar for something. I don't know what, but something. Also reminded me of the SpongeBob thing.
Oh boy, SpongeBob references. I never really got into SpongeBob, so I don't really get all that many of them.
Oh, this is a bit. You really think I look like this? She says that she looks exactly like the drawing briefly.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one very much where most of the main six didn't really do much other than outside Sunset and Pinky. I mean, you got Twilight occasionally kind of interjecting with a potential theory, but which was turned out to be wrong. But the whole how time could fold in on itself and all that stuff.
The other Twilight actually doing research and getting it right.
Yeah. Because, she has
the research
magic,
to do it.
Therefore, she probably at least has better resources to at least figure it out if she doesn't already know.
Yeah, it's an artifact from Equestria, so...
Again, because remember, the human world is just Equestria's trash bin for bad
Apparently,
magic.
yes. Starswell just tossed everything in there.
You really need to talk to him about this. It's like, what else did you throw in there?
Well, you have... Applejack didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Fluttershy didn't do much.
Yeah,
Rhodey
right.
didn't do much. And
Dash did something.
Dash spanked Sunset
Over and over
for
again.
3 weeks.
And then we got that scene where...
yes, that was what day? The third run?
something like
The
that.
second loop, so the third
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Because when she finally realized that's what I'm going to do,
I'm going to
and they got
make
the
sure.
spank. And she said,
Thank
you.
And Dash is like,
It's like,
oh, okay, and just kind of blushes and walks off, covering her face like, oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
I just learned something I didn't want to learn. I know things about my friends I didn't know before.
You don't... That's not actually the correct case, but you don't know that. Fortunately, it looped again, so you don't have to remember
Which
it
is another
either.
thing. It's like, okay, how does these loop work? Is it actually resetting everything, or are we constantly creating new
God.
branches? Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine there's like 17 sunsets out there, or let's confused. Like, what stopped it? Or not 17, like 16 or so, like confused. Like, what stopped the time loop?
Yeah, that's
Why
always
am I
a
still
question.
going? Though that'd be fun.
Or there's only one. There's 3 weeks, 3 times 7.
Well, there's one point. Pinky said 17 days.
Okay. Yeah, because 3 weeks is 21
Yeah.
days, so that's close enough that people would say 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2.5
So
weeks.
yeah, 17. What if there's 17 timelines, but only one sunset? Sunset just disappears from the timeline.
No, it's just then these timelines just keep going. So you got a timeline where they are broken down at the side of the road outside of the festival, and whatnot. Or you got the one where Dash thinks she knows something about Sunset. You got the one where they confronted the sirens and nothing came of it, or got thrown out. The one multiple where they got thrown out, or just Pinky and Sunset, or just Sunset, or all 7 of them got thrown out for various reasons. You got just create all the ones with weird stuff happening, and then just confuse Sunset. Why did it not repeat this time? Okay. Or it's just just actually resets in just a single timeline. It depends, because they kind of play fast and loose with time travel rules.
Yeah, everyone does.
Not everyone.
I mean, because the rules are always different. No one knows the rules.
Well,
there's multiple different ways
at
you
least
could treat
being
it.
internally consistent is all you got to do.
Yes, internally consistent.
But the thing is, MLP is not
not
exactly internally consistent sometimes.
No, it's about like the characters. The story and lore will change to fit the character, what we want the characters to do.
Sometimes.
It all depends on who's writing it.
Yeah.
Some will change the character to fit the story. Some will change the story to fit the characters.
Now we've had 3 different time travel type situations with MLP now.
Yeah,
4.
we've had
It's About Time.
Yeah, where Twilight goes back
Remark.
to Tuesday, and then the one where Twilight and Sunset are
QD Remark,
looping,
and now
this one.
This is the Sunset's backstage or whatever.
Yeah, we're not going to count the comics because there was another one in the comics.
Yeah, that's what I want entirely. But yeah, and see which one. That one was Sable Time Loop. The other one was Starlight was actively changing the past and creating alternate timelines.
That was branching timelines.
But then, of course, that was the same questions we were asking then was, does this create a new timeline? Or
yes, when you get
these
back
new
to
timelines, or they disappear once you change it again?
Yes, which is the whole fic that we featured was talking about.
Yeah, and now so there's another one. Is there no
cornucopia of confusing concepts?
Yeah, because the thing they just found the Post Crush just found a stupid medallion thing and pushed a button. Oh, hoops! They just reset. No, we can just be perfect, and then it's a whole lesson. It's like you can't be perfect. Nothing's ever perfect.
You could bring in Doctor Who into it.
No, let's not. How about we don't?
There was one concept when it comes to time travel that I kind of liked with that. The idea that there are fixed points in time. There are fixed events in time. These events will always happen. You cannot stop them. And if you try, bad things happen. And that was the point of one really good episode.
Yeah, time travel is messy, no matter how you do it in fiction. There's always going to be some whoopsie doodles.
Yeah. I mean, just look at Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, the best version. Shut up. I don't care what Avengers says. Trying to think of anything else, but not really.
There isn't much else to say.
New outfits, I guess.
They almost always have new outfits.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse to do new outfit designs.
This is Pinky was kind of annoying and
unfortunate. Yeah, I wish they could have done Pinky a bit better. I know Pinky can be better. I've seen Pinky better.
Oh, I forgot the actual song. Ugh.
Oh yeah, there's 2.
Well, one of them was the Release the Magic, which we've
seen better in the previous.
Then there was the new one from Post Crush, which is actually pretty nice. I actually like that one a bit.
Yeah, it is pretty decent.
I liked it a lot. And then you got Sunset and Pinky performing with them at the end after explaining like, hey, yeah. Oh, that was the other thing I remember now. Okay, there wasn't really an antagonist in the sense that these two, their whole thing was up to a point, it's just basically the two of them thought they were the only ones looping, and they're just trying to get this perfect. There wasn't really any real malice or anything there. It was just, we're trying to make a perfect concert, which, sure, it's kind of a little overkill, but not really evil.
Yeah, I mean, they thought they were the only ones looping.
And then
no one else was affected.
They didn't actively start to become malicious until they found out that Sunset was also looping with them. When they're like, I don't care if you're stuck with us. We're going to keep looping until we get it right. And if you're going to try to stop us, we'll make sure you can't get into the park ever.
Yeah.
Or not park, but whatever, the festival.
Yeah, festival.
It's like that's when it actually turned malicious. And it wasn't even that malicious per se.
Yeah.
Just we're not going to let you stop us.
Yep.
And then Sunset smashes in there. It's like, it can't be perfect. And they're like, okay, fine, you can perform with us, I guess, because we're stuck on stage because we're all fighting over this thing when the thing went up. Whoops. So now they get to perform on the
friendship
stage.
lesson on stage.
Yep. So then they perform, and yeah, everything's fine.
And they live happily ever after.
It's just a weird thing there.
Yeah.
I will say that at the very least, Pinky was willing to throw down, even though it's like, oh, it's my favorite group, but yeah, the sense they've been screwing over my friend like this, yeah, they're going down.
Pinky was, after what they pulled, not anymore.
Yeah,
ain't my favorite
everything
anymore.
went down. Everything was fine in the end, though.
Yep. You didn't just get to watch them, you got to perform with them. Even better option.
At the Star Swirl Festival.
Yeah.
Good thing they've all... Look, there's a good thing they're also a guitar player and a drummer. Just like...
Convenient.
It's almost like it was pre-planned that way or something. Like there was someone planning... I must research this.
Good luck.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun for the most part. I feel like, again, it's just the Pinky needs to go to the bad Pinky corner again and just live there at this point.
I've seen Pinky written better, and I wish we could get more of that.
It just feels like they just kind of see one part of Pinky's personality and just latch on it. That's been kind of a problem lately. A lot of the characters are kind of latching on to specifics of their personality.
Yeah, one of the extreme points.
They're getting flanderized.
Yeah.
And I'm a little alarmed by that. And maybe it is a sign that the show needs to stop now. Because if we're at the point of the characters getting flanderized this heavily, it might be time to stop.
We're getting to the Batman quote.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the exact...
Either die a hero,
either die
or
a
live
villain.
long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah, die a hero.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to add.
Yeah. It was fine.
I guess we can...
It was likable.
It was definitely like, with all the...
As much as I complained about
we've
Pinky,
ripped it apart.
as much as I complained about mostly Pinky, honestly.
It was actually enjoyable.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, so moving on to fan content. Got a little bit to go through. I've got one song I want to feature this week, and it is SKRON's, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, A New Chapter. This song, it's mellow, but it's powerful and emotional, and it's got this deep power under it with its emotion, even though it's still soft. I really like how it. I really like it. The vocal chops are really well done. The instrumentation, the flow, it works. It's got a bittersweet feeling to it, which makes a lot of sense because that's sort of the message that it's talking about. It's basically the show's ending, but we're still here. We still have the fandom's still here. It will still continue to go on. It's a new chapter. It's not the end of the story. It's just the beginning of another chapter. And I really like it. Also, this is a brand new musician to the scene, so it's nice to see new faces popping up.
Yeah, it's got a pretty interesting intro in the song, and there's what's really interesting about it is there's a kind of a muffled, almost underwater sound throughout the whole thing. That's pretty different than your usual fare.
Yeah. So, moving on, fanfic.
Yep. Updated, that's all there is, kind of no features. I've been kind of busy last week or so.
Right.
I've been a little busy. Update, I'll Bring You Home, surprisingly updated out of nowhere, because after a bit of a delay, I thought it wasn't going to update, but anyway. So the new chapter, they're, starting to go up the mountain to get the flower, finally, and it opens with Twilight having a bit of a nightmare, and Dash kind of being really closed off, because she doesn't like to show things to Twilight. And then the mudslide at the end.
Yep.
So that's the chapter.
Still going strong, I think.
Yeah.
And with that out of the way, we are done. This is the end of the episode. Hope you liked what you heard. If you did, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. So go there, click it. Go there, find all of our episodes, RSS feeds, all that sort of fun stuff. You can also find us on many other places online, including iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, yada, yada, yada. Just search for Pony411. You'll find us there. On Google Play, you have to go to play.google.com/music before you search for us, but you can find us. Just search for our name. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Pony411. Go like our videos there and comment on them. We will read those. And subscribe to us and click that bell if you want to get automatically notified when new episodes go up there. You can also find us on Ponyville Live with all of their other shows. Just look for us. We're there. And we also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then to listen to us, or tune in whenever to listen to really good music and live DJs. It's a great place. You should check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. Send us comments, criticisms. Tell us what you thought about this episode, the Pony episode, and the podcast episode. Tell us we were completely wrong. Tell us whatever. Just say hi. That works too. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. Post updates when they happen. And we are also on Twitter. We are at Pony411. Go follow us there. Tweet us. See us tweet random things. Probably the best place to just quickly say hi or whatnot. You can also find our personal Twitter accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And they are at Nemesis Prime 1.
Yep.
So follow us there. Tweet us. Say hi. Whatnot.
I went to Cybfest.
Yes.
Transformers thing.
You sold toys.
Yeah, I was a dealer, and I sold stuff, and I sold out everything, and made quite a bit of money, which means it's very likely I'm going to get Unicron, which is a $600 toy.
Yay.
I'm so happy.
Where are you going to put it?
Places. I'll figure it out. I have until spring of 21 to figure it out.
You got time. You got time to figure out where it's going to go.
I have time.
You keep telling yourself you got time.
Until
then there's it shows
time.
Up. Oh, crap.
Yep.
Oh, no. That's today. I had a year and I did nothing.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. So, yes, that's the end of the episode. Hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in the next 1 week.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're back up.
Because, hiatus is over.
Yep, next week.
Next week, the premiere airs while we'll be in Baltimore.
Don't worry, we'll still talk about The Last Laugh.
Yep. We've got things figured out for it. Tune in then for the premiere, the last half of My Little Pony Season 9. But until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.